Well, it's a lot of excitement here in Turner Stadium tonight as the Taylor football team eagerly prepares for their season opener at Judson in just a few days. And I'm joined by first-year head coach Aaron Mingo to look ahead to the 2021 season. What's it like now that you guys have gone from months to weeks to days from the season opener here at Judson?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that we're 4 days away from the first game, and I know our guys are excited to hit someone else in a different colored uniform, and there's been just incredible work done leading up to this point. You think about the progress from the day one of training camp to where we're at now. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about Saturday.
What's it been like for you, this whole journey, being hired in May, setting your staff and getting everybody hired this summer, meeting the guys, and then putting them through training camp, and now we're here to game week? Yeah,
when you put it that way, it's been in a summer that I'll never forget, to say the least. A lot of transitions, so many people we've met. You think about all the first time meeting all the players, the hiring of a staff. Most of these guys I knew before we hired him here at Taylor, but some of them it was the first time interactions. And so getting to know people as quick as possible, building authentic relationships, making sure that we get the right guys on the bus has been real important for us, and then just really laying a solid foundation for who we want to be and the direction we want to go as a program. So it's been a lot. There's been a lot to it. Excited though that we finally get to strap it up against someone else, and I know our guys are chomping at the bit.
Let's talk about on the field. Obviously, you bring in a whole new offense with you from Dort. How much of a help is it to have a senior quarterback in Zach Salzgeber able to kind of translate things to the guys and the rest of his teammates?
Yeah, it's been incredible. Zach has really done a good job of just embracing the change of an offense. That's tough to do. You think about being late in your career. It's very uncomfortable to learn a new system, and Zach has just faced that challenge head on. And you think about Zach's experience in different games, and he's battle tested. Our guys rally around him. It's very clear. He's elected as a captain, and there's great reasons for that. And so he's done a phenomenal job of learning the offense and really growing to a point where he's got complete ownership of it. And he's kind of like an offensive coordinator on the field. And so I'm really excited to see what he's able to do this Saturday and the entire season.
Now, you're still coaching the offensive line, so what's it like to kind of build those guys up? Because that's obviously one of the most important groups. If you can't block anybody, you can't score points on offense. So what's it like to be able to kind of build from the trenches right there on the O-line?
Yeah, no, it all starts up front, and we've got a lot of veteran leadership on the offensive line too, which is really exciting. Similar to what I was talking about with Zach, is there's just a lot of experience, a lot of guys that have gone through a lot of battles on Saturdays, and there's something to be said for that. These guys have just worked so hard, and you think about the progress from day one for them to where we're at tonight. We just came off the practice field, and I pulled those guys aside really quick and said, hey, that practice was fantastic. You can hear it by the way their pads are popping. You can hear it by the way their feet are hitting the ground. Little things that you notice as a coach go, you know what, we're clicking. Now our guys' eyes are in the right place. Their bodies are bending the right way. And the tenacity that you want to see for a group up front, they're starting to really show it. And so real excited about where those guys are at. It's fun for me. I haven't been on a sideline in 8 years. I've been an offensive coordinator, I've been in the box, and so I'm excited to be an O-line coach again and be able to get on the whiteboard and look those guys in the eyes on a Saturday afternoon as they go through battles and be there with them in it. And so it's been a lot of fun with this group.
Defensively, you keep defensive coordinator Jared Bodie around from the previous staff. Last year under a whole new defense. They've had now an entire year to get that defense really honed up. What are they looking like on that side of the ball?
Yeah, fast is probably the best way to put it. So you're trying to install a new offense, and you've got a defense that's extremely competent. Those players play extremely fast because there's clarity in what they're supposed to do. Coach Bodie, his defensive staff, those guys are doing a phenomenal job of putting our guys in the right positions, and the players just really feed off of that. And so there's a lot of energy on defense. They create a lot of chaos. They make things uncomfortable for an offense, which is exactly what you want to see from your defense. And, I expect a big year for those guys.
One thing I noticed in the early part of practice, you guys were doing offense versus defense 11 on 11, and when the session was done, you told everyone to shake it up. What's the thought process behind that?
Yeah, we're one team, and so I think there's a potential for you do so much banging in camp versus each other. We talk about operating at 211.9, so we never want to boil over. We want to always operate with self-control, but when you're battling as hard as you can on a football field, and the nature of football, there's going to be tension that exists. And so it's real important for us as a team to never lose sight of what we're doing, the big picture, how we need one another to be our absolute absolute best. And I want to always make sure our guys are supporting one another, encouraging one another, picking up the other side of the ball. And you see that with our team. Our guys love each other. It's very apparent. I'd say it's one of the chief probably characteristics of our ball club, and also I think one of our strengths that people will see on Saturdays that come out on the football field by the way we compete on the field, but also the way our guys interact with each other on the sideline. You're going to see that love is really a cornerstone of this program.
You and your coaching staff have made a lot of appearances, a lot of the home events. Your football guys were at volleyball last weekend. They were rowdy right behind the seats, right about where we're right behind us here at women's soccer. How important is it for you to get the guys out there? And they were also helping a lot of the freshmen move in on Friday. A lot of guys lugging a lot of refrigerators up in the dorms last week.
Yeah, they didn't know that. Part of that was our strength, plan for that day. But no, we want to make Taylor better. And that's, you think about why does this program exist? It exists for far more than just winning football games on a Saturday afternoon, or even far more than just entertainment. Like, our guys have the opportunity with the platform that we have as a college football program to impact other people's lives in a positive way. We want to be, chief supporters for other athletic programs, but also just other things that are going on at campus. We want our guys to really immerse themselves. You think about what's the benefit of being at a small Christian college like this. It's like, well, this community that exists around us is incredible, and we want to be heavily involved with that. We want to impact that in a positive way, and our guys, like I said, they buy into that approach. They embody that, and if there's events, we're going to try to get people there.
Good luck against Judson on Saturday, and we can't wait to see what you guys do here in year one as the head coach at Taylor.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rick.
That's the head coach Aaron Mingo joining me here today to stay up to date with everything Taylor football. Just log on to TaylorTrojans.com.